Hello everybody, thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode of Heat Press Nation Live. My name is Jared and I'm the one who usually does this stuff here. So it's really great to be back this week because we're working with one of my new favorites. See, I have a lot of favorites here, but we're working with a lot of my new favorites today. Now, before I go on, if you're new to the channel, maybe you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know what's funny is you hear that after every doggone YouTube video you watch, but it really does help our channel. And it's great for you because if you're new to the industry, we have lots of fresh content coming out every week, plus a huge library of tutorials, videos, and demonstrations like what you're seeing today. So you definitely want to get on that, just build that knowledge base. Now, if you're on Facebook and you're not already in our Facebook group, do me a favor, it's gonna come on screen, either here or here, I don't remember. It's gonna come on screen right now, but you're gonna wanna go to heat.press/FB group, or you're just gonna type in Heat Press Nation Creators. That's our Facebook group here on Facebook, and dude, lots of really great, really cool people in there, helpful, friendly. You could show off your work, you could see what other people are doing, get some inspiration, get some tips. It's a really great place, so you definitely wanna check it out. If you're on Facebook, you could, again, type in Heat Press Nation Creators, or you could just go type in your URL heat.press/FB group like you see on screen, or I forget, and it'll take you straight to the group. Last little disclaimer before I get started, 'cause I'm gonna jump right into it right now, but the last thing I do wanna say is if you're on Facebook, do me a favor and tag a friend that needs to see this. Check out these cool shirts. All right, this hasn't been pressed yet. We're gonna go through the whole process right now, but that's really cool. This one's really cool. We're working with patterned vinyl today. Really dope. So tag a friend who you think should be seeing this. And let's see, where's everybody tuning in here? Got my pal Jesse Gibson representing West Virginia. Orville coming in from Milford, Ohio. Very, very cool. So glad to see you guys today. Looks like everybody's tuning in. Yeah, do me a favor, tag a friend in the comments if you're watching on Facebook. And let's see who on YouTube is joining us today. We got Shirzad saying hi there. Well, hello there. Actually, I gotta refresh my YouTube. Something went wrong. Awesome. If you guys have any questions at all about anything that we're doing here today, the products, the processes, or anything like that, do me a favor and drop your questions in the comments because I got them right here. And yeah, I'll be answering comments and questions as we go along. So again, anything that pops into your head, hopefully it's relevant to what we're doing here, but even if it's not, I'll try to get to it. We're gonna be answering questions. Okay, a lot of talking, right? I do a lot of talking, but you guys probably already know. If it's not your first time here, you know I do a lot of talking. And today, we're gonna be talking about EasyPatterns HTV. So pattern vinyl, honestly, I said it's one of my new favorites because, you know, I got my old favorites, like I love regular heat transfer vinyl. My favorite, Siser Easy Weed Stretch. This t-shirt is made of Siser Easy Weed Stretch. And this summer, I think this is gonna be like 2, maybe 3, I think it's 2 years old. I wanna say I made this for the 2019 All Things Silhouette Conference. Could have been 2018, I don't remember. But anyway, so this Easy Weed Stretch, that's probably like my old favorite. My new favorite, and it's not that new, but it's new enough to where it's my new favorite, Siser. Oh, here we go. You guys can see it up close. Siser EasyPatterns. So this is our mermaid scales and our galaxy pattern. And these are really cool. You can see, now I'm gonna show you the full process, but you can see I've already like incorporated into this graphic. We're gonna press this in a minute. And then of course, right over here, you are mermazing. And it's just a really cool way to add some pop, add some flair, add some color and some dimension, because if you look at both of these graphics, like they're cool, like astronaut helmets, I'm all about that space stuff, all right? If it has anything to do with space, I'm in. So the astronaut helmet, it's cool on its own, but adding that Galaxy EasyPatterns HTV to the helmet face portion, it's like, oh, whoa, dude, it's cool. It's like, it just adds a whole other dimension to your graphic, to what you're doing. And of course, if you're doing this for your own line, you could probably add like some custom text to it. Like, you know, a real popular one right now is "Give me my space," because, you know, social distancing, right? Drop that on there, and it's way cooler than if you would have had just a single color graphic. And of course, right here, you are mermazing. Like, first of all, it's a pretty cute saying, but then adding the Mermaid Scales HTV in the shape of this little clamshell right here, like, dude, that's super cool. And adding that extra pop, and there's tons, real quick. These are just 2 of the many patterns that we offer in addition to the regular Siser Easy Patterns. We also have some dope patterns from my pal Mandy over at Sparkleberry. If you don't know what Sparkleberry is, go on over to our website right now, heatpressnation.com, well, maybe after the video, and check out the Sparkleberry vinyl. Super cool, just different patterns and different ways to make your graphics and your t-shirts just really pop. It makes them fun. It makes them that much more valuable, because I guarantee you, this t-shirt is more valuable. If I'm selling this is part of my clothing line, this is gonna sell for more than just a regular plain single color garment. So you wanna keep that in mind. And so I'm gonna show you how easy it is. The only thing I'm not gonna show you today is the cut. So the cut, I did these, usually I'm cutting on my Silhouette Cameo 3 at home. Here I do have the Cameo Plus. I got one here, all right, at the office. But today I actually cut on my GCC Puma 4, which it's kind of a beast. It's kind of a monster. It's super fast and it's super quiet. So when I got a lot of work to do, sometimes I'll just plug in the GCC Puma 4 and it just, bloops, it's really fast, really quiet, and I love that cutter. Available at heatpressnation.com. So the only thing you're not gonna see today is going to be the cut. So these, and so I did it in advance, like I cut everything out in advance and I weeded it, but of course you wanna see the process, how it's done. So I'm gonna move some stuff out of the way. I don't know, Alex, if you wanna get camera 2 on the center here. So I'm just gonna scoot some stuff over really quick. Actually, I think I could do this right here. You could see that, right, guys? Yeah, guys and girls, there we go. Real quick before I start the tutorial, any questions? Oh, okay, Shirzad, I'm gonna tell you right now. He's asking, what do you think about inkjet printable vinyls? Are they good comparing to heat transfer paper? First of all, I don't think there's a true inkjet printable vinyl. It's actually inkjet heat transfer paper. I don't know that there's an actual vinyl that goes into an inkjet printer. There's vinyl that goes into like solvent, eco-solvent, blah, blah, blah. So if you wanna know what I think about inkjet heat transfer paper, on Friday, so just what, I can't count. Last Friday, I did a whole live stream, one of these, on inkjet heat transfer paper, and I don't have the samples here with me right now. But yeah, we did them, so check that out. It's on YouTube. Iris is asking, oh, that's a great question. Where can we buy these on the website? So you're gonna go to heatpressnation.com, you're gonna go to vinyls, and there's like a drop-down menu, just go to specialty vinyl. Or you could just type in, it's called Siser Easy Patterns. You could just type into the search Easy Pattern and you'll come, we sell it by the sheet, sell it by the roll. Really cool stuff. So I'm about to get started on the tutorial. George Lopez Design says, drop some knowledge at us. All right, it's on the way. Let's see over here, we got any new questions here? All right, looks like everybody's tuning in. All right. No questions means you guys are ready for me to shut up and show the tutorial. Okay, so you probably can't see it here where I've cut it out. Oh, so let me show you, we're on camera? Yeah, we're on camera, right, let's do it. So you can't see it, but I can see where the corner is. So you're gonna weed it out just like you would regular vinyl. Now, here is the difference. You do not reverse pattern to vinyl. I know it's gonna take a little bit of getting used to, and I'm gonna show you right here. We're gonna weed this out, there we go. Weed's pretty easy. Actually, my big fingers are in the way here. I'll try to weed from the top down so you can see a little bit better. So you see with my hook tool, I'm just picking it up. There we go. And just like where the center is of my transfer. So you see that's pretty easy. And I'll hold it up so you can see a little better. Right, you can see it. There we go. Now that easy, the clamshell, boom. Or in the back, you can see a little easier, more clearly, right? All right, so that's the first step. The next step, you gotta trim it out. And this is, just, a lot of you guys cut inside. I leave a little border outside. I don't know why I do that. It's like there's some stuff that I did when I first started, and maybe it wasn't even the right way to do it, but that's the way I did it. And so now it's the way I still do it. So if you guys have any weird bad habits, see, so now I gotta peel the border around. What I could have done is just cut the inside and save myself this step, but you know what? It's just one of those weird habits that I've had ever since I started heat pressing. So there you go. That's a little bit, it's so cool, right? It's that easy. So again, when you're cutting your pattern vinyl, now this is a symmetrical, meaning there's no left or right way to it. So for this particular shape, I don't think it really matters. But if you're cutting like text or anything, do not mirror it when you cut it. Again, patterned vinyl, you do not mirror it when you cut it. Okay. And then may as well get the other one over here, right? So this is my really cool galaxy star background, whatever. And you probably can't see the corner, but I can. So let's weed this. By the way, this is the Hook Tool Lite. A lot of people make fun of this tool because it's cheap, but it's cheap. So you know what happens around here is I have the expensive one. I have that $20 Siser hook tool, right? But that $20 hook tool, because it's good, it just grows legs and it walks away. People, they stop by my desk, oh, let me borrow Jared's hook tool, and then boom, it just walks away. But this one is cheap. It's like $5, I think. And you can see it gets the job done perfectly. And this one, magically, it doesn't grow legs. It's so weird, right? Nobody wants to steal my cheap hook tool. So what happens a lot of the time is, that's the only hook tool I have, because everybody always steals my good one. So if you have the problem at your shop with your good hook tools growing legs, get them the cheap one, the Hook Tool Lite. Again, and then also, like, I feel like everybody should have like 2 of these blue hook tools in your desk somewhere, because you never know when you need help weeding something. And so this is, again, this is just a habit of mine, the way I trim it. You don't have to do it like this. But yeah, this little cheesy blue hook tool, it's actually saved my life a couple times. I have a couple extra ones because sometimes I pay my nephew to help me weed stuff, and I have a bunch of these on hand. So there you go. Why can't I pick this up? So there you go. So this is a little more simple here. And again, cut it, reverse when you cut it. This is a symmetrical design, didn't have to be reversed. So that's it. That's the weeding process. Now here, there's one more step. So you're saying, wait a second, the adhesive is back here. How do we get this? How does it press onto the shirt? There's one more step called the masking process. All right. So this is a sheet of Siser TTD, or is this? Yeah, it's the high-tack mask. And so what I'm going to do is I just need like half of it. So just going to cut it right up the middle. And so you can cut it to size if you want to. I usually do. Now, what you do with this extra little scrap, I have no idea. But I mean, I'm not paying for this stuff right now, so I'll do whatever I want. Okay, now you're probably gonna wanna do this on a hard surface, but because this is in focus right now on the camera, I'm just gonna do it right here. I think it'll still work. And so you're gonna get the mask. Now this mask, if you've used regular heat transfer vinyl, it's pretty much what your vinyl comes on. It's just a clear carrier sheet. And so what I do is I'll do the, they call it like the horseshoe method, where you just kind of drop it on the center, you line it up, and then it hits the center, and then it just goes out. So you don't want any bubbles. Now, again, you're not supposed to, don't do this on I'm doing it on the rubber platen, just again, because it's in focus right now on the camera. You should be doing this on the hard surface. So I'm just gonna squeegee it, make sure that everything is stuck to the mask. Gonna flip it over. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel the back. Oh, perfect. I love when things work perfectly. So this is what the vinyl originally came on. That's trash now. And now my vinyl is on my carrier. So what you'll see in a moment is now this, which is the sticky part, is just gonna go down on the shirt, heat press it, and then I'll peel that off right there. And just for fun, we're gonna do the other one, just so you can see how it works. Also, I do wanna show you this one because, and we'll see if it gives me trouble right now, but this design actually gave me a little bit of trouble earlier when I was weeding out the sample. Sometimes when you have like fine points and you're like trying to weed off the mask, you just gotta hit it from a different angle. So I don't know if I'll get to show that to you right now. but I did have that problem earlier. So I'm actually hoping I have that problem right now so I can show you. Horseshoe, there we go. You hit the center, take it out, squeegee out any air bubbles. You really don't want any air bubbles on here. And one more time for the kids sitting in the back, you should be doing this on a hard surface, not on the rubber platen of your heat press. Again, only doing that because it's in focus right now. So I'm gonna peel this and we'll see if it comes up. Oh, there we go. Okay, so perfect. So you see how this part kind of came up right there? I hope you see it. So sometimes all you gotta do is you just gotta squeegee it down and then maybe just hit it from a different angle. Or you can just try it again. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of rotate it a little bit. Keep peeling up here. Everything else is coming off pretty good, so I'm not really having any other issues. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So you see how these are kind of coming up right here? You guys see that? It happens, and it's probably happening because I'm not doing it on a good surface. So you're just gonna be careful, and you're just gonna keep weeding it. Again, sometimes peeling it. Sometimes you just gotta peel from a different angle, and it'll come out a little bit better. So again, you see how these are kind of coming up. So now I'm just gonna do it the right way real quick. So again, you squeegee it kind of hard. And we're gonna keep trying it. And again, I'm purposely showing you this because I think it's important. Sometimes things don't always peel perfectly the way you want them. There we go, I got these ones. And coming back down. Yep, this one's giving me a little trouble here. Another thing you can do is if you can just kind of help it out. Hold it there. Yeah, so this one is actually giving me more than I had bargained for. There we go. Okay. So we're just gonna peel all this off. Be careful what you wish for, I guess. This is the ASMR. I'm gonna lean in real quick and hear all this crinkle. Oh man, my nephews, some of them are into ASMR. My nieces too, and I don't get it. I really don't. So again, I shouldn't have wished for it. Because I wished for the trouble, I got it, and now it's more. Okay. So anyways, well, as you can see, again, it's probably because of where I'm at. Here, I did this one perfectly earlier, so you guys believe me, all right? And it was not that hard. It's probably because also this is a warm platen. So anyways, no more excuses. We're gonna get right to pressing. So I'm gonna come around and I'm gonna show you how we do this. So the cool thing about Siser EasyPatterns is that it presses just like Siser EasyWeed, 305 degrees, 10 to 15 seconds. Oh, and by the way, speaking of new favorites, this is the Craft Pro 12 by 15 inch heat press. I'm gonna preheat my garment really quick here, but it's pink, dude. How cool is that? Craft Pro 12 by 15, now available in pink and mint. If you guys have been watching me live for a little while, then you've probably seen, oh, sorry about that. You've probably seen the mint one already. So I'm using, again, I'm more showing you guys the method of how to transfer the material. I'm using the hand, I'm like, you can see me measuring with my fingers, my chubby fingers, you know, trying to center my garment. Highly recommend using a T-square, which I don't have on me right now, but yeah. And then today I'm gonna be using my trusty Pro Grade non-stick sheet. We're technically not allowed to say Teflon, but after I watched that Blackwater movie, I'm kind of mad at DuPont, so I'm gonna say Teflon. Just kidding. Now the first press, if you guys know your Siser EasyWeed, you only need to press for about 5 seconds just to get the material to stick, because we're doing layers. 5 seconds, and it's beautiful. Now for the second layer, that's when you're gonna go the full 10 to 15 seconds. So this is the good one, right? This is my Siser Easy pattern, and I'm just gonna position it where it needs to be. Looks pretty darn cute to me. I don't know about you. You seeing that? Very cool. I'm gonna cover it with my ProGrade nonstick sheet, and I'm gonna let it press for the full, well, it says 10 to 15 seconds, so my heat press is set to 12 seconds. And this is gonna make sure everything is nice and goody good. Goody good. I'm around too many little kids. I have 9 nephews and nieces, and then by Christmas, I shall have 12, which blows my mind. So I always say dumb stuff like goody good and pressy press. Now this, you could peel it hot or cold. I'm going with a hot peel. And look at that. Look at that. That is cool. I'm actually gonna hold it up. I'm gonna try to get it as focused as possible. So you could see now how cool this, and it's not centered, I'm sorry. You can see how cool this looks. Like, you are amazing. This design totally pops with the Siser Easy Patterns. And so next up, because I have 2, and so I just like doing things in 2. So if you missed it, I got one more t-shirt. We're gonna press with that other cool astronaut space helmet design. About to do that right now, but before we do, I'm gonna check in with everybody, see if we have any questions about what we're doing today. So I got the preheat. Don't want that to sit too long. Okay, garments preheated. Let's see if we have any questions in here today. What's up, my pal Stevie? Steve coming in from the NYC. Good to see you, dude. And let's see, any other questions? I think everybody's just tuning in. Awesome, awesome. Well, if you guys do have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. And let's see. We got any new questions? Susie Woolery is asking, how come I can't find this pattern vinyl? You know what? It's there, I guarantee it, because I actually just ordered it from our site today. So if you go to, Alex, can you do me a favor? Do you have a link? My pal Alex, I'm gonna try to get him to comment, to paste a link, Susie, to our Easy Pattern vinyl. But it's there. Usually I know these links off the top of my head, but I don't right now. Yeah, got a couple questions about the Easy vinyl. Cool. Oh, there we go. She found it. Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going with, we're just gonna keep going with the second tutorial. And again, we have, here's actually a good example. So this is the back side of it, right? If I just pressed it in all white, that's kind of how it would look, which it's not ugly, it's not bad in any way, but it just doesn't pop, right? And that's what I absolutely love about Siser Easy Patterns vinyl, is that it just pops, man. Like, anyways, I can go on. All right, so I'm gonna do just the quick alignment here. And by the way, that's why I take the time, I centered the shirt with the lower platen, and now I'm centering the graphic on the platen as well. So that way it should come out pretty nifty. Should look pretty cool. All right, first one is going down for, I'm only gonna press for about 5 seconds. I'm at 305 degrees. This awesome Craft Pro is giving me sufficient pressure. I'm at a medium pressure right now. And so I know that even though it was only a couple seconds, the vinyl is perfectly tacked down. And now, of course, for the final press, which is the second press, I'll press for the full time. Okay, so now this one's gonna be fun because I have to kind of center it properly. There we go. That looks pretty cute to me. I don't know about what you guys think. I think this is really, really cool. And you know what's even cooler than that? I know you guys have a ton more designs like that. I'm sure your minds are your wheels are spinning and you're just thinking about how many cool things you can make with this Easy Pattern vinyl. I'd love to see it. So if you're not in our Facebook group, please join heat.press/FB group. And if you are in the Facebook group, let me see what you're making with the cool pattern vinyl. Again, you could peel it hot or cold. I'm going to hit it hot. Hot, hot, hot. Boom, boom, boom. Hot, hot, hot. Just kidding. All right, and there we go. Now this is, it actually came out better than I expected, which is saying a lot. Check that out. So this design, and you saw how it looked really basic. Let's be 100% real. It looks super basic in the all white, but just this touch of the EasyPattern vinyl, like this design is out of this world. Get it? Get it? Because out of this world space? Yeah, you know how they say dress for the job you want? Well, I want to be a dad, so I'm like joking for the job I want. So there we go. I'm trying to fold this nice. All right, well, look at all this mess. If nobody warned you, heat pressing can get a little messy. But check this out. Okay, so we just pressed this one, this really cool design. I wish this shirt fit me. I got to start making these samples in my own size because they're not. None of these fit me. My boss is gonna see a big order for like a bunch of like XXX t-shirts. And did you approve this? I'm like, oh yeah, it's for work. So here we go. Oh, and then of course, this is super cool. You are amazing. Man, this would look incredible on pretty much any cool shirt. And then I love the EasyPatterns vinyl, honestly, is just so easy to work with. As you guys just saw, it's just the one extra step of masking it. And please don't let that intimidate you. I know it looked a little bit, the mermaid one was a little tough today. And that's because, again, I was doing it on here. Ooh, oh, this is the ugliest fold I've ever seen. But yeah, that is Siser EasyPatterns vinyl. I hope you guys had a great time seeing these demonstrations, and I really hope you give it a try. We have tons of pattern vinyl. I know football season just ended, but there's a football one, there's a basketball pattern vinyl. We have like these cool different plaids. We have like wood paneling. Oh man, there's a couple that are sold out right now, but we'll be getting more soon. Oh man, they have like animal prints. They have like, oh, camouflage, like did the digital camo, the regular camo, the pink camo. Like there's lots of really, really cool Siser EasyPatterns available for you to make on your next project. And again, it doesn't have to be like a whole feature piece, but maybe it's just like a really cool hit. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have this really cute saying, but how do I make that pop? Boom, right there. So anyways, I'm gonna do one final sweep for the Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, now's your time. Yes, Susie's asking, so I need the TTD high-tech mask too. Yes, yes, yes. So it is, do I still have a full sheet right here? We sell it by the roll. We sell, oh, I'll pick that up later. We sell it by the roll, and this is it. This is a 12 by 12 sheet. And you can see for both of these, I didn't even use a full sheet. I still have, oh no, I did. Well, I used, yeah. So for two of these, I used a full sheet. And if you're looking at Siser EasyPatterns, if you go into the description, there's actually a direct link to this stuff. So you definitely want to get yourself the mask. You could use a credit card to squeegee out your vinyl, but I recommend just picking up the Siser squeegee. It's like $2 or $3. It's 100% worth it. And then what will happen to your credit card is you will eventually break it in half at the worst possible time. So don't waste your card. Don't have to reorder a new card from the bank. Just get a Siser squeegee and you'll be able to squeegee those like a pro. Great question, Brent. Brent is asking, what size is this heat press? This is a 12 by 15. So 12 inches this way, 15 inches this way. And it's a great, like, I really like this one because it's a swing away. This is our Craft Pro. We do have other models available, but the Craft Pro is available in pink, mint, and standard, which is like a white with like teal and gray accents. This is pretty dope. I really wanted to have this one on camera today. I'm not sure if I've already had it before, but I like it. And then there's like, well, you can't see it. There's like a mint one over there. So yeah, available in pink, mint, and standard. And then, yes, great question. So Iris is asking, is the white part of the helmet vinyl as well? Yes, so the white was done with just regular, oh, right here, there we go. Regular Siser EasyWeed. And then, of course, this part that's the EasyPatterns. So yeah, regular EasyWeed. And then on this one, may as well show you guys, the text is regular Siser EasyWeed. And then of course, the clam is the EasyPatterns. So yeah, very cool. Yep. Oh, yep. And then Zuniga had Zuniga 111 had the same questions. Are the letters in helmet just cut out of vinyl? Yeah, it's regular vinyl. So if you guys are using heat transfer vinyl and you're like, okay, it's like a single color, you know, the white helmet, it's cool. It's not incredibly cool, but it's cool. And you want to make it incredibly cool, then you definitely should consider browse through the selection of EasyPattern vinyl. And who knows, there might be something there for you and for your design. Or you might see the pattern vinyl and be like, oh dude, it might spark some creativity or an instant thought, like, oh dude, I should do that. So yeah, very, very cool. All right, any more questions? I think we have a Raiders fan here. George Lopez says, make the press in silver and black and I'll be down. The other one's like white and gray, so I know it's not silver and black. Hold on, we'll look into it. All right. And then we got any other questions here? Just looking at the latest questions one. Oh, Evelyn says she has the football one and she loves it. Yeah, the football one is really, really cool. And you know what else? We have football and basketball patterned vinyl. Unfortunately, a lot of kids, they're not able to play organized sports at school because of the whole, you know. But you know, you never know. You might just brighten their day by making them a really cool, like, basketball themed a hoodie or a t-shirt or something like that. Like, dude, make the kids' day, man. You could, and it's really easy. And then the pattern vinyl looks really, really cool. So I highly encourage that. Andrea's asking, do we have the 15 by 15 inch signature auto open press in stock? Not at the moment, but we are expecting those. I want to say either this week or next week. If you go to heat.press/status, again, you just type, actually I'll type that in there. And I always have the HTTPS / anyways, heat.press, and I'm typing this up here /status. That'll tell you, because one thing this crazy pandemic has done is there's been a pinch on supplies worldwide. Unfortunately, we're affected by that too. So a lot of our more popular products, and not just us, Sawgrass, Silhouette, pretty much everybody has been experiencing supply shortages of some sort. So if you go to heat.press/status, I just linked that over there on Facebook. Actually, I'll link it to YouTube right now. You can see what's the next coming ETA for our most popular products that are sold out at the moment. If you'd like to make a pre-order, you can give us a call, 800-215-0894. And then once again, that's 800-215-0894. And then on YouTube, I'm linking you guys right now, heat.press/status. If you want to check out the status of any of our currently sold out presses. I'm getting a little warm out here, which is okay. Great question. Tana Robinson is saying, what is the size, the lettering and the size of the design? So, do I have my keychain on me? I don't. So I know that these are each, I size them by width, and they're each 8.5 inches wide. So that's usually what I'll do. Like, I won't think, oh, well, how big are my letters? I'll make the design, I'll make it however I want to make it, however cool I want it to look, and then I'll just go by the width. I actually just did, there's a blog on it, heatpressnation.com, but there's a webinar that we just did on that talks about sizing, how to size, how to make them wide, how wide to make them, how low to space them. So yes, you can check that out if you want to, but I made these each 8 inches wide. So that way they would fit, because we use medium t-shirts on camera. So 8 inches, 8.5 inches is usually like the sweet spot for making it look good on these medium shirts. And that's the sizing that I use today. It's a great question. Okay, let's see. Antonio has a great question. He says, can you make a video showing how to align the vinyl cutter specialist? I will have to talk to my tech support department on how to do that, because unfortunately I don't know how to do that. But we'll talk to them for sure. Okay, Amanda, this is a great question. She says, I'm afraid if I don't press long enough, it won't stay good. But will too long mess it up also? Yes and yes. This is why I love having a quality heat press, because if you're at the right temperature and the right pressure, I have full confidence that these are pressed 100% properly. So if you're working with like a less quality heat press that's not so great, you have kind of that slight doubt. If you're doing things with an iron or with, I'm not going to give them shade, but if you're doing things with an easy press to where you have to reposition it a few times through your press, you're probably not going to be that confident in the product. However, I'm using HPN gear, so I know this is the Craft Pro. I know that my temperature is gonna be good. I use the paper pressure test to gauge my pressure. So you could do that to make sure your pressure is right. But if your temp's good, if your pressure is good, I trust Siser vinyl like 100%. So I have full faith in these. If you are overpressing it, I think Joe from Siser, my pal Joe Piazza, he made a video that if you're, because some people I've heard, I'll press it 30 seconds, repress it another 30 seconds, and if you overpress it, what happens is the vinyl can actually seep through the t-shirt and actually just come off. It won't even be, the vinyl, you know, the adhesive that gets, you know, kind of liquid when you heat press it, it'll kind of seep off the vinyl through the shirt, and then there's not really much holding the vinyl to the shirt. So by overpressing it, you actually could mess it up. Okay, I'm getting real hot standing next to this heat press. You guys can probably see I'm like, whew, a little warm in here. So I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you so much for your awesome questions. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed to us on YouTube, give us a subscribe, youtube.com/heatpressnation. And if you're not already in our Facebook group, join our Facebook group today, heat.press/Facebook group. If you have a friend who you think they could use a little bit of life in their designs with some Siser Easy Patterns, tag them in this video, send them the link to Siser Easy Patterns, and then all of us will be having dope t-shirts all the time. That's gonna do it for me. Once again, my name is Jared here with Heat Press Nation. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a very great week. I'll see you around.